welcome back to another edition of Canadian Auto. Today we're here at Future Tint for a lovely sponsored video. So we're here standing with Tyler, the expert tint installer. Is that kind of what you go by? Basically.
Basically.
Yeah. All right. So we kind of laid out all the tools we'll be using for today's video. Obviously, right, we got a bunch of squeegees. You got your tool pouch, cleaners. Do you really want to go over kind of what some things do? Like we see a heat gun. Why would you use a heat gun?
That's just to shrink the film to the window, so basically it gets the curve of the glass.
Right, obviously. Even though I know what it is, I know they don't, so do you kind of want to explain it to them?
So we're going to be tinting Max's Mazda 5.
Protege 5, Project Smurf, whatever you want to call it. My car.
In the new film from Lumar, which is Stratus. And we're going to just tint it up for him. And
So, now you say Lumar. Is Lumar the type of film? Is it a company kind of... What is Lumar, basically?
Lumar is it's an industry that manufactures film, so they make film. And
okay. So then, obviously, right, we have, what we're doing is Stratus, right? So from what my understanding is, Stratus is like your top line tint. You know, people who have fancy cars, people who really care about their cars, that's something they put on their vehicle, kind of, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle, it's an investment for all.
Right.
So
even though it may be on the higher end of the spectrum in terms of price, obviously there's a lot of benefit from it, right?
Yeah.
So then there's Stratus, that's now the top line. Obviously one below that is Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Right. So it goes Stratus, Pinnacle,
and Classic.
Classic.
So you get your good, better, and best.
Good, better, best, obviously. Now, for some people that don't know, obviously, in Manitoba, there's different laws for different tints, right? So kind of like with this Pinnacle tint, for example, what kind of different levels are there? There's 5 all the way up to clear, so 5, 30, 25?
There's 5, 15, 35, and then there's 50.
50.
Yeah.
Right. So basically what we mean by 5%, 15%, it's how much light goes through.
Yeah.
So 5% basically limo tint, that's your darkest, right?
Yeah.
And now I know you guys also offer clear tints, is that correct?
Yeah, the Air 80 series.
Air 80?
Yeah.
All right. So who would be the one to put that on?
I would be.
Well, I understand. I kind of figured that, but what applications are they for? Are they for like factory tints? Do they protect your windows, stuff like that?
Basically, like the Air 80 itself, the Air 80 just provides everything the Pinnacle does, but without the added effect of the tint. So if people like their clear glasses.
Right. So not only does it, protect their glass if it shatters and scratches, it also, correct me if I'm wrong, but it also protects you from UV rays, protects you from the harsh elements. Obviously it won't keep your car as cool, but still offers the same benefits.
Yeah, they'll offer the same benefits, help keep your upholstery and your dash from fading.
All right, so obviously we're doing this lovely install. Now, we see trucks totally blacked out. We see cars just like mine, no tint at all. So is there a reason why one may be blacked out? Is there any laws behind that, stuff like that, for people who may not know?
There's laws, so any multi-purpose vehicle, you're allowed to go as dark as you want, so that would be the limo tint on the back.
Right.
If they have dark tint on the 2 front roll-ups, that's not legal. You're only allowed 50% on the 2 fronts, no matter what kind of vehicle you have.
Right, so 50%, that's kind of like the lightest. You got a light, so we can kind of show the camera here what that looks like. And then your next one up, that's 35, correct? Yeah. So where would you put the 35? Is that still the sorry, is that still the front, or can you now put that on the rear?
That's only on the rear. So 50 is as dark as you can go on the front.
Okay.
35 you can put on the back.
Right. So 35, that's this guy here, right? And then obviously, like we said, our limo tint, that's the darkest, that's 5%. Now, obviously, like you said, that's only on the back windows. Obviously, can't put that on the front.
Yeah,
but
it's only on the back windows on multi-purpose vehicles, so SUVs and trucks.
Right. So, what about the law on sunbands? I know you're allowed 5 inches from the top of the windshield. Doesn't matter what level tint that is?
We typically do 35 just to be safe.
Right. Now, obviously, there's a bit of variance between the different levels from, say, a dirty windshield to a cop's radar, so it's always best, stay within the legal limits, right?
Yeah.
So just for comparison, this is big difference. You can barely see the light. Now it's nice when you come into future tint, they have their Formula One board. Now, obviously, yes, I said Formula One.
On board with Kimi Räikkönen now. Hamilton ahead.
Right.
No, I'm not talking about race cars, right?
No.
So what is Formula One to you guys compared to the, the big race cars that everybody else knows of?
Formula One to us is like the high performance, and so basically like the high performance race car. It's
Right.
the best of the best.
So the best of the best of the best, which is like what we like to be the best of, is the best. So Formula One, that's again under Lumar. So Lumar, I guess you could say, is the big boss that has everything, and everyone is under that, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we know the tools we need. We know what products are what. Now we know the laws. I guess now all that's left is start working on the car.
Yep.
All right, let's get to it.